Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I'm Jason, your host. I was going to do a video on bipolar type 2, on PTSD, on ADHD, and on autism spectrum disorder. But the problem is this. This is me. This is me. This is me. Okay? This is bipolar type 2. This is autism. This is ADHD. This is PTSD. It's not separate. It's never separate. And it never will be separate. If you deal with something like autism and you have what's called comorbidities of all the other things, then first of all, the way you deal with it, the way it affects you, will be completely unique to you. There is no boxes to check to put you in a little box that this is your autism, this is your bipolar, this is your PTSD. No, because they all mix together. They all become the same part of the same problem. They all feed on each other. Your depression that comes from bipolar, your inability to switch tracks and to be so hyper-focused on one thing, which is your ADHD. Your need for a safe space, your need for things to be the same, which is your autism. But can always be amplified and changed. And so there's no clearly defined way to say this is thingy, because you're unique. Your life experiences, the way you cope, the way you masked, it all becomes part. Bipolar type 2 means that I spend a lot of my time in a depressed state, emotionally depressed state. And that depressed state can trigger parts of my ADHD and issues. And as I say, bad things can happen. And my PTSD can trigger my bipolar, and my bipolar can trigger my ADHD. And it's all inside this whole thingy that swirls around, and it's all part of the same thing. And you can't separate them. It's just challenges that you will face all the time. And your normal would terrify other people. My normal, what I face every day, the amount of depression I face every day, the problems, the self-destruction, the fighting that I have, the grief from my wife's death, everything that's piled upon me every single day, the stress, the blood pressure that increases my blood pressure and all these kind of things, to me is normal. To me it is completely normal. To another person, just one of my problems would wreck them. I am very lucky to be very objective and analytical and can analyze what's going on in my own head. So I'm not going to redo my videos on the other things because it's all part of a big mishmash for me. So this is Jason for the Queber channel.